All right, welcome back. We are on page 11, right at the top. We are going to be solving problems number 1 and 2. And the important thing to know about problems 1 and 2 on the top of page 11 in your notes packet is that it's okay to get to the point where we don't end up with real solutions or real numbers at the end in our equation when we're solving for x. It'll make a little bit more sense when we get down to the bottom, but I was just kind of like going over that little blurb up at the top of your notes that says it's okay if we have a number that isn't a real solution, or it doesn't end up to be a real solution, and I'm going to show you what that means. So for number 1 at the top of page 11, 1 is the value of our a, 4 is our b, and 12 is our c. So I wrote my quadratic equation up here, and I'm just going to plug it in. X equals negative b, and my b is a 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, so plus or minus the square root of b squared, b is a 4, minus 4ac, a is a 1, times c is a negative 12, all over 2a times 1. A is 1. All right, I hope you are entertained by my singing. We've got a negative 4 here, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 gives us 16, and I'm going to multiply these guys here, which gives me a negative 4 times negative 12. All right, I'm going to want to combine these guys next. I'm going to divide by 2 times 1, which is 2. So I'm just going to continue to rewrite each problem in every single step so I don't forget 2 negatives equal a positive, so I don't forget to leave out different parts. Sometimes it's easy to leave out the bottom, so you got to be super, super careful. All right, 2 negatives equal a positive, and 4 times 12 gives me 48 divided by 2. So now continue to simplify. X equals negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 48. And let me use my calculator because my brain does not want to think about what that is right now. Oh, that's 64. Ooh, we get a nice little number there. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to divide by my 2 here, and I'm going to break that up. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 8. So I get negative 4 plus or minus the square root. 8 times 8. Two numbers that are the same are going to cancel out and move to your outside, divided by 2. All right, so now what I've got to do is just continue to simplify here. And I get x equals negative 4 plus or minus 8 divided by 2. Okay, so a couple of things can happen here. Either we can do negative 4 plus 8, and that would give us a positive 4, and then divide that by 2. So we're going to break it up, and this one we're going to use that positive here. So we're left with x equals negative 4 and a positive 8 gives us a positive 4 divided by 2. X equals 2. Or we would end up with, I don't know why I just did that, the negative. So here we used that plus, and then over here we're going to use the minus. So I have x equals negative 4 minus 8 divided by 2. If I subtract 4 and I subtract 8, I've subtracted a total of 12, and I get a 2 here, and so I get x equals 6.